Kids. They can actually be a lot smarter than we give them credit for. In fact, with this Sidemenreact video, these are 10 hilarious ways kids beat the system. Because, you know, they use their brains to figure out some different logical way of beating the system than us adults probably could never have thought of. Unless you're a child, because, you know, a child's imagination can literally be... Gosh, who knows? Like, do you remember when you were a kid? Imagination. You could basically be anything. You know, anything is possible. But you know what I mean. Once you get older, you kind of lose that a little bit. But kids, obviously kids still have it because they're kids. So... let's see the ways they beat the system.
Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sidemenreact.
Hello.
Joined by Big Zerka and Big Mini Mentor.
Hey.
Because you was big. So
Big Christy, hi.
Yeah, counter the mini part as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a double. I'm just bigging him up, you know, innit?
Double entendre?
Yeah.
Is that
After
the word I'm
all the
looking
times
for?
he slated my mum, now he's bigging me up.
Yeah, he has got it recently. But today we're watching 10 kids who beat the system. In brackets, hilarious.
What system they beating?
I actually don't know. Cheating,
I don't know either.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't.
Rule breaking, finding loopholes in life.
Cheating on their
Just,
parents.
yeah.
Wait,
Basically.
cheating on their parents?
Yeah, like
Wait.
knowing that you go around to someone else's house to eat dinner because your parents can't cook.
No, Josh, I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
do you know what's a funny story?
My parents can cook.
I got a really
Same.
funny story. I went round my friend's house for lunch dinner after school once, and I'd never eaten vegetables at this point. And they made me that Golden Ben's Uncle Rice. What? Oh my god!
What?
Golden Ben's Uncle Rice.
Oh, you are a miracle man. In a
Ethan.
bad way.
It had like the peas and peppers in it, and I had to force myself to eat them because I really didn't know what they were.
Golden
Oh.
Ben's Uncle Rice.
Golden Ben's Uncle Rice.
Let's go.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today
Hello, Charlie.
Classic
Hello.
Charlie.
we're going to be looking at 10 hilarious kids who beat the system.
Really
Okay.
enthusiastic.
There are many good
Really?
things about being a kid.
I used to have that haircut.
I still do.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you did.
Coming in at number 10, we have Legos.
Okay.
We all know the worst thing
What
about
about
being a
Legos?
kid is your parents getting mad. This usually means you're going to be shouted at or even spanked. Now, as a kid, you can't exactly do much about this. However, one young boy who was in trouble took precautions that meant he was untouchable. Forget
no.
Al Capone, this kid
All
is a
over the
true
floor.
genius who beat the system. You see, he scattered his Lego pieces
All over the room, just like, hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real though. Doesn't hurt that much.
It doesn't.
No.
For fall from me, it's like, yeah, this is...
I think it might hurt if it catches you unaware.
This is what I was about to say. I think it's one of them ones where if you don't know it's there, you're shocked. You're proper shocked by it.
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
You put plugs on the floor.
Allow it. You're a devil. Stop talking.
That's what actually hurts.
Now that's one thing, but what about tricking your teacher? A few years back, one kid named Schneider got his phone confiscated after using it in class. Seeing as kids can't go along without checking their phone, you can see why this would be a problem. The kid wanted his phone back,
Okay.
but his teacher said his mom would have to come in and collect it so she could hear what he was doing. Now this would also be a problem, as his mom would be mad if she knew he got his phone confiscated. So, this kid beat the system by dressing up
he
as his
didn't.
own mom.
Oh
my
And
God.
the most surprising thing is, the teacher actually believed the disguise
How?
and
Oh
gave him
my
his phone
God.
back.
Oh my god.
They bought it.
He
And
figured
they
the
bought
teacher
it.
would
Oh my
question
God.
if his mom was really him, as this would make her look rude if it really was her.
Yeah, true. You can only question it,
I
can
mean,
you?
His
yeah.
friend tweeted out what he did, but it got out of hand and went viral, which caused his teacher to find out.
His friends
Uh-oh.
were snitch.
No, like, we
Exactly.
would brag, innit? We'd brag if someone did. Someone,
I mean,
one of us
true,
did that,
yeah.
We'd brag
Yeah.
We'd be like, oh
You
my
brag,
God, can't
yeah.
admit it, just dressed up.
Now, of course, this did get the kid into more trouble, but at least he pulled it off in the first place.
But that is fair play.
Yeah.
fair
Genius.
play. Big on his feet.
Just as his mum.
It sounds crazy, but it seems like
They
some
feel like
kids who
JJ
have
dressing up like his mom in his
are
sketch
already breaking
videos.
hearts.
But
This
they do,
photo
you
was
know.
taken at a preschool and shows a little boy and a little girl hugging. They're obviously boyfriend and girlfriend, but if you did this kid really get caught cheating in preschool class? Some older people who cheat could learn a thing or two from this kid, as he seems like a master finesser. The girl he's hugging has no idea he's secretly holding hands with another girl right behind her. And we all know that for a preschooler, holding hands is a pretty big deal. Something tells me this kid is going to break a lot of hearts when he's older. What does the world
Gosh.
come to when preschoolers have side chicks?
Right, when you're younger, you got to explore, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy
Preschool.
your king.
Next up is Grabber. Now we all love arcade games, but
Yeah.
one of the worst arcade games that no
Oh,
one
the
likes
claw
is
machine.
those
The
grabbing
claw.
machines. We all know they're a massive rip-off, as the prices
Oh, yeah.
always slide off the hook.
Yeah.
After losing her money on this lame grabber machine, she didn't win any prizes and was not happy. But she was determined to
Climbing
get
it.
the giant
Did
stick,
she?
so she crawled inside the machine. The arcade supervisor spotted her inside the machine and was very mad. But the girl simply didn't care and said she needed to get the panda prize she was trying to win.
Do you know how I beat a claw machine recently? Well, not recently, but like a month or two ago.
What?
Me and Faith went bowling and then went to the arcade after. The store manager caught me playing the claw machine and said, "Hey, for a picture, I'll give you one of these out this."
No, you didn't beat the system then.
Not
what do you mean?
beating it then.
I think you just beat. I beat the claw machine,
No,
didn't
you
No,
didn't.
he did in a
No.
way, but...
No, Ben,
Actually,
no.
no, this will change my answer. Was the prize that you got given directly from the claw machine, or did he go get another one?
He may have gone to the back room. Yes.
That's not it.
You know,
Ben.
it's basically
That's
just
just no, you
give me a
didn't.
photo, I'll give
Yeah.
you a teddy from my back room.
Don't ruin it.
Matt,
made it
that
weird.
just
Why
made
does
it
that
10
make
times
me
weirder.
about-
Because I
Oh
said back
gosh.
room.
You can have a teddy from my back room.
Oh
Next up is football.
It's time for football.
I was about to
I
say
hate that.
this.
One smart kid decided to use a few sneaky tricks in order to get the right test answer.
Oh, fuck off.
Wait.
The question
What?
was, which is the best estimate for the length of a football? The answers were 1 foot, 4 feet, 5 feet, or 8 feet. Now, either the kid wasn't sure or he just didn't feel like answering this dumb question. So instead, he filled in 1 foot and then added all of the word, making 1 football.
It's the right answer,
I mean,
Yeah, you
not
got the right
wrong.
answer anyway.
Do you know like there's some of the ones, some of the school papers where they're like
Yeah.
find X
And then here it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is here. That's like same vibes.
Yeah.
Next up is fishy. This is one kid who took instructions a little too literally and ended up beating the system. His teacher
What?
at his school in Japan told the entire class to bring in a fish to observe. This meant the kids had to go out and pay for a fish just to bring into class to look at.
Right.
However, one kid either didn't want to spend his money on a fish or perhaps he just forgot to do it. So instead he simply bought in a fish from his refrigerator.
Oh no!
While the rest of the kids had to spend their cash buying goldfish and so on, this
no.
kid simply beat the system and did something different.
Oh my god.
What kind of show and tell is that? Bring a fish.
Yeah, I don't know.
The teacher
I
then
don't know.
took this photo and it went viral on Japanese social media sites.
It's huge.
It is big.
It costs more than the goldfish, right?
Yeah.
Not for the
Probably.
kid, I guess.
One
Yeah.
kid was grounded by his parents and they told him not to set foot outside. Now, for most kids, this means they wouldn't be able to enjoy the sun and would have to stay indoors. But this crafty kid found a way to avoid being totally grounded by sticking all of his body out of the door but leaving his feet in the house. You see, his parents said don't set a foot outside, so I guess every other body part is fair game.
That's smart.
I mean,
That kid's gonna be a lawyer.
One
Yeah,
kid had to do
yeah.
a true or false test in school one day. However, he must have not been very hot on the topic, or maybe didn't study. But if you're crafty enough, then this isn't a problem. He simply wrote a hybrid of true and false for each answer. The T looks like an F, the R looks like an A, the U looks like a U and an S, and the E
That
is
is
the same on
amazing.
both words. His teacher
That is
posted this online when
outrageous.
she found it on his test sheet, and it went viral. This has actually worked for some other kids who tried it out, but that was on a single answer, not the entire test.
Yeah.
Some teachers who were quickly checking the work simply read it as the right answer, as that's what they expect to be there.
What would you give them?
I wouldn't really know.
I think for that,
Yeah,
like,
I-
just for doing it, I'd give them the mark.
The whole test though, if it was it's right, if it was one, you just go for it.
Before we
Yeah,
saw a kid who wanted to play outside, but wasn't
I
allowed
would do
to.
it. I would
All here we have
be
the
like,
exact
okay,
opposite of
one.
that.
Yeah, that's
Many
fine.
kids today like to stay inside and play their
Surely
games
not.
on the Xbox, PlayStation, or computer.
Yeah,
One
stand
kid was
outside
playing
and
a
play
game
the
on his
window.
computer too much and was always cooped up indoors. So his parents told him to go outside and play. He went outside and they probably assumed he went out for a bike ride or to play football outside. But when
He
sat
took it outside.
literally playing outside. This is another kid who took instructions way too literally in order to
Yeah,
beat the
I mean, they
system.
did.
But that kid is now Tifu.
I mean, hey.
Guys, if your parents ever tell you to play outside instead of inside, then try this out. Or if they tell you to stop watching YouTube videos indoors, then simply watch them outside. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever done anything like the kids on this list to beat the system.
Let us know if
I
you're
don't
watching this
think so.
outside.
What did you do at school to beat the system?
We used to have like a lunch card system where you had to actually like put money on it, like deposit money onto it. You had to queue up and get your munch for whatever. And there used to be pink cake slices, so you used to just say to him, like when I put my money in the machine, it didn't add it on. So they'd give you like an extra £2 so you can get an extra bit of cake slice.
We had that, but instead it was like you're allowed one of them.
Josh, why is it so funny that I wanted an extra bit of cake slice?
No
That's a
reason,
scallop
Beth.
and
No
more
reason.
why is it so funny, Josh?
No
You know what?
reason.
That's why you're asking me.
What, because I was massive, Josh? That was it.
It wasn't then.
Oh, okay. All right, cheers.
Just the starting foundations of what led to it.
Yeah.
Wow, Josh.
Wow, Josh.
That was really peak.
Yeah, so peak.
Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video.
Bye.
Peace.
But I don't think I've ever been that smart as a kid. I think I was more too afraid of doing it and like, you know, like I'd seen other people do it, but I was like, oh, maybe I could do that. And then I was like, I got too scared. I was a goody two shoes in school, so I was too afraid to do it. I was like, I can't do it. I would freak out. I'm like, ah. You know, I was a little kid. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know why getting in trouble was such a big thing as a kid, you know, but now I'm like looking back, I'm like, dude, that was literally, I was like, I wouldn't have even gotten in trouble. I'm like, ugh, lame, but whatever. What are you gonna do? But yeah, have you guys done anything like this? Like, any, like, on the test, you're like, oh, here's X, or like, you know, something along those lines of like just beating the system in general, because I never did. Like I said, I was a goody two shoes. I didn't do nothing. I still don't do nothing with my life, but other than that, no, I'm not having an exponential crisis or nothing. Totally not. No, I'm sorry. I know, weird outro, but hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to check out the boys' links down in the description as always, and I'll see you guys later, alright? Bye.
I come and go like a rah rah rah. They don't want the to be going nah nah nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a round round round. Putting in work like I'm way behind. Still trapping